Hello, and we're back for day 2 of my weird vlog thing. So where I'm from, I'm originally from Chicago, and I moved here in 2011 for Bethel Church with my dad, my mom, and my brother. And yeah, don't exactly go there anymore, rarely, but that's okay. So just a random fact, I've been a vegetarian since I was 8 years old because I love animals, and why in the heck would I want to eat them? Like, that's just, that is what I do for fun. Sometimes late at night I write a lot of songs and poetry, like legit the whole thing, which probably in the future will be on here once I get the music for it, but I really love that. So my dream job, there's so much I want to do, but probably won't have time to do all my life. But I know I want to be a counselor when I'm older, probably at the end of 30s. I want to be a counselor. But for now, I know I might want to be a social worker, something to do with the county and with children, because I love children so much. But that's just some of the things. I really have no idea what I want to do yet. For my future, for having kids, getting married, I want to adopt kids. I want to have one of my own when I'm younger, and then probably like quite a few years after that, I want to adopt probably a lot of kids. I know I want to be a foster parent also. So, and since my new sleeping schedule, we're on number 6 by the way, my new sleeping schedule, I work at nights all the time. So my sleeping schedule, I became nocturnal. I usually sleep at about 5 or 6 a.m. and wake up 9, 10, or 11 depending on what I have to do for the day. And okay, and root, beliefs, religion, all that stuff. So like I said, I moved here from Chicago for Bethel Church. I grew up as a Christian, all that stuff. Recently kind of finding my own self, stopped going to church for a while. Not exactly sure, but I do believe God created everything. I'm just not sure about the afterlife, but that's a whole thing with myself. I really don't know. So I've been driving. I got my license when I was 16. I've had it for over a year, and I got pulled over by the police twice. The first time was because I was speeding we were on a long road trip, and I think, yeah, I just had my license, and I was doing so well for 3 hours, driving for 3 hours, perfect, everything, and then right when we get to like our street, I'm just like, no, I want to go home, and so I got pulled over, but I didn't get a ticket or anything. He's just like, oh my god, how much did I cry? I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. But then the second time, it was like 1:30 in the morning, getting home from work, and I took a different way, and I didn't know where I was going, and I was kind of swerving back and forth in different lanes. He pulled me over. He's like, are you okay? Do you know where you're going? Have you been drinking? I'm like, no, I don't know how to get home. He's like, do you need an escort? Oh, I'm good. So I thought that was really nice though. I was like, well, thank you. So, random question, because who wrote this was really random. My blood type. So I'm pretty sure I'm an O positive. I'm not sure what that means. I know my mom's O negative and my brother's A positive, but see, yeah, that's just cool. Thank you for random. Okay. Have I ever lied at work about being sick? No. No. I've gone to work sick. The only times I've ever left work was when I was actually throwing up. So, and I've gone to work with bronchitis for weeks. That was hell. But nope, I always go to sick. I just go to work when I'm sick. I've had colds, I've had the flu, I've been everything. So no, I've never lied about being sick. Like, oh, I think I do know some people, many people who have, and I'm like, really? So it's really sad. I'm one of the shift leaders there. So when they do that, it kind of screws us over. So what question do I hate to answer? The number one question I hate to answer ever, because people are so stupid, is, why are you a vegetarian? I hate answering that because it's legit everybody I meet. Oh, why do you not eat meat? They're dead. They're already dead though. Wait. I'm like, no. I eat them because I love them. Why would I want to eat? It's like your pets. Why would I want to eat them? I don't care if they're already dead. Like, No, no, I hate that question so much. I was like, why aren't you vegetarian? Don't you love animals? No? Okay. Well, sucks to be you. That kind of thing. So, to name my kids. So, I have an obsession with kids. There's so many names I want to name my kids, but I know for sure I want 2 middle names because I just love that. I love long middle names. So, my boy, I could not for the life of me know what to name my boys, if I have boys anyway, but for my boy, I'm gonna name him Oliver David Ryan. I think that's the cutest thing ever, and then whatever my last name's gonna be. I don't know, I might want to keep my last name depending on, I don't know, but if I have a girl, I have so many girl names, but I know some of them is Veronica Latasha. I don't know the second middle name though, but I have so many, I just have to remember. But I just like Latasha. It's like Natasha and L something together. So something different. But I like that. So what am I afraid of? Well, for my whole life, I have never been afraid of anything. Anything. Like, I will jump off a cliff and not be scared of heights. I will do anything. Which I'm really happy about that. But recently, probably 6 months ago or something, I started becoming afraid of mirrors at night. Because I'm a firm believer in Bloody Mary and don't mess with the dead. Just pretty much gonna say that. So every night I have to shut the bathroom door and turn on the light when I go in the bathroom because it really frightens me. And I have no idea why. But other than that, like, I mean, I'll put up with that. But otherwise, my whole life, I've watched so many horror movies and so many by myself, alone in the middle of the night. I'm not scared. Like, I'm perfectly fine watching that, and that's actually the best I like watching it, is in the middle of the night by myself. But that's the only thing I'd be slightly scared of, but other than that, it's not a big deal. Not heights, not the dark, not spiders, snakes, whatever, but yeah. Have I ever broken a bone? Yes, actually. This is a funny story. When we first moved here when I was 13, me and my brother, we were playing outside, like, we were throwing the football around. Well, he threw it, and it bounced off the floor, and it hit my hand, and it bent all my fingers back. That it broke my finger, and it permanently bent my finger, so it stuck like that. Yeah. But that was pretty funny. But that's the only time I've ever broken a bone. But otherwise, yeah. I mean, it wasn't so horrible, but I'd know it if it happened again. My height. Well, I'm technically 5'6", according to the doctor, but I don't believe them because I feel more like I'm 5'4". But I'm apparently 5'6", last time I went to the doctor. So, I don't know. My dream height was always to be 5'7", because that's how tall Nancy Drew was, and I have an obsession with Nancy Drew. So that's pretty cool. Have you ever been in love? No, love does not exist. I'm pretty sure it does not. If you ever like somebody or anything, yeah, that's nice, but I don't know. I believe there's only one person in your life you'll ever love. That's your soulmate, and sometimes you just don't find it. And then you can never truly love somebody, but hasn't happened to me yet. I don't know if it ever will. So describe myself in one word. Well, I didn't write down the word, so kind of forgot what it was, but so I have to think of this. Describe myself in one word. If I could, I would say loyal, because I will be here till the very end. There is no stopping it unless something like tragic happens or you stab me in the back, then I'm out of here. Tattoos and piercings. Well, apparently, I have my nose pierced, so there's one, and I have, I'm just going opposite end today. I have 3 piercings on each ears. I pierced 2 of them myself, so I have that, and I'm gonna get another piercing in probably a few months. Not exactly sure what I want yet, but I do want a lot of piercings. I love piercings, but not just right now, because I don't want to just all of a sudden just come on with a bunch of piercings. I don't think so. But tattoos, I don't have any right now because you can't have any under the age of 18 in California unless you do them illegally, which nobody will do it illegally for me. But I do want lots of tattoos. I want them over my arms, the back of my arms. I want special ones. I want one on top of my hand, like, but they all mean something. The only reason I put tattoos is it actually means something really, really dear to me. So, yes, my zodiac sign. Technically, I'm a Pisces. So I was born a Pisces. I claim myself as an Aries because that describes myself so much better. Pisces, a little bit. Like, I met a full-on Pisces, and that's not me. Couldn't stand the person. I'm more of an Aries, more of a rough, touch me, I'll kill you kind of thing. So that's what I claim myself as. I was like, because it's only a few days away from my birthday anyway. I was like, I'm probably supposed to be born in Aries anyway, and they just messed up because I'm gonna induce my labor, whatever. You know, everyday kind of thing. What languages do I speak? Well, I speak English pretty well. I mean, 75% of the time I speak English pretty well. But when I was younger, I took Spanish for a little while. Didn't care for it. It's too generic to me. Everybody knows Spanish, so why would I care to know Spanish? Makes no sense to me. So I took French for a year. I loved French. I love it so much. I want to take it again, but I really have no time. But that was my language. Like, oh man, I'd go around speaking French. I'd just point and be like, I don't even know what to point at, but just point and say the word and be like, oh, jou, I don't know, like random things. Be like, I liked it that I was the only one that could speak it. That's why I was like, Spanish, everybody knows that. Why would I? No. But I always loved languages, so I think down the road when I have time, I will learn a lot more languages. So, most embarrassing moment. I don't get embarrassed much. I really don't. Like, my parents can do whatever. I'm like, well, they're my parents. Not going to be embarrassed by them, so whatever. But I did get embarrassed once that I was just like, oh my god, I want to go die right now. My brother, this was like a while ago, quite a few years ago, he was Skyping one of his friends, and I liked that friend, and he was actually kind of my friend too. So I liked that friend, and I was like, okay, cool. So he was Skyping him, and I didn't know they were Skyping, and I was in the kitchen where you can see the kitchen from the computer, so he could see inside the kitchen, and I'm, dancing around singing in my underwear, just, normal everyday kind of thing, because I was like 15 and I could do that. Not really, I just didn't have pants on. And then found out, my brother's like, I was like, why didn't you tell me? And then I ran in the bedroom and like freaked out, and I'm like, I'm not ever talking to him ever again. But that was probably one of the most embarrassing moments of my life, and it wasn't even that bad. It was just like, oh my god, really? But nowadays, no, nothing will bother me. I'm just like, whatever. I've been there, done that. I don't know about these questions. Favorite part of my body? Well, appropriately stancing, my fingers. I freaking love my fingers. They're so awesome. I have piano fingers, and they're long, and I can fit my finger through anything. And I'm double jointed in my fingers. Like, I can pull my fingers all the way back. My thumb can go back, and then the other way. Yeah. I'm double jointing my fingers, and I really love it. So that's why I love my fingers so much. Shoe size. I'm a girl, it doesn't matter. I'm kidding. I'm just mean. 8.5 or 9. It depends. I like my feet though. I like shoes. I like Converse. I like high heels. That's pretty much it. Either Converse or high heels. Those are pretty much all I'll wear. But I think that's pretty cool. Last question, because this is awkward. Relationship status. Single but looking. No, not really. Mainly I like this person, but I don't think they like me. I think they like my friend instead. But it's really difficult. So, I don't know. But that's pretty much I don't ever like people. So if I ever do like a guy, it's very rare, and I don't know what to do. But it just seems odd to me. These are like freaking 25 questions or random things. I don't know. It was just a brief setting. Now we can just talk about whatever every time, and I feel comfortable with it because you know a lot about me. And that is it. I'm going to go to work now. So